Welcome back, everybody. How have you been? Hasn't been a while, but yeah, who knows? It might have been, or it could have just been a few seconds, depending on when you're watching this. Anyway, we're starting with the Remembrance Service in Limsa Lumensa. What are Remembrance Servants? Like people, like the people that are just the wealthy have attend their graves when they die? I guess? Maybe?
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Oh. Lots of gossip. Yeah, I stick out like a sore thumb.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
Well, I like red.
700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Awesome! Yay! Oh.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say.
And who the hell are you?
The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
Looks like a Viking ship more than a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa.
Yay!
I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Nobody yayed.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
Ooh. Harsh words.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Wow.
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I don't know where you left
Follow
it.
ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
Voice acting in here is kind of good, but a lot of people were complaining about it, I guess.
If you'll permit me, Alfie no.
Oh, finally.
And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Quotation marks. Oh, now it's no voice acting. Alright. So yeah, it's pretty much the rest of the remembrance ceremonies are going to be the other people talking about how they need to unite as one to deal with this whole threat that's going on. It's pretty basic when you think about it, but it gets... well, it doesn't get weird, it just gets repetitive. And you'll see soon enough. And these scenes sort of change. Well, the scenes for this quest change depending on where you go first, and the rest of the. They said they change depending on what order you go in, basically. So I went to Limsa first. So now I think I'll head to Ul'dah. Wrong button. Yes. But yeah. The story is still getting started. I guess is what you can say. Like, we just beat Ifrit. Or Ifrit, however I called him in the last video. I don't remember. It's been that long. But yeah. It's gonna be a long... This is gonna be a long one. Which is kind of why I started with, like, going for hours on end with these missions. Ugh, that was not a good idea. That was not a good idea at all. Oh, so I just stand here? Okay.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanimal herself!
And Roban as well.
Who else would it be?
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Hurrah! Roban!
Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
Really? I thought it was that other desert city. You know, the one
There,
to the left.
at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we.
That's true.
Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand.
Okay, so he's been doing most of the talking in this speech, and the Sultan is just standing there.
Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you! Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people. Ya for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Raoban? People of Ul'dah, I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are by fire reborn!
Ew. God, that was some really
Forsooth,
bad.
The time is
Acting about
now!
it.
Fancy meeting you again.
Not really. Yeah, no, as I was saying, that was some very good voice acting at the end of that last scene. Oh, man. The other complaint I have is that the animation is so stiff. Like, they're not even moving around a lot. It's kind of... I get this is an MMO, and they really can't afford to animate all those cutscenes like they would a normal console game, but there's no life. Wait, I just killed him. How is he coming back? How is he coming back? Oh yeah, because he's not an actual living being. He's just summoned from the ether. Well, it looks like someone has something better to do. Yeah. All right. And now we go to Gridania. I'm gonna run out of those soon. I just know it. The whole point of this quest is just to see which grain company you want to align yourself with. Align Or it could be a line. I don't know. I guess. But yeah, you need a Grand Company in order to get a Chocobo. So, kind of the whole point of doing that. Oh, right. I actually forgot that the Halloween event is going on right now. Whatever. I'll probably do that on Halloween.
I lost my son to the calamity.
Oh, how sad.
The three seed seers are all together.
Really?
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Ew. Didn't want to hear that. What was that?
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelves Wood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some working hand in hand. The Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races.
Okay, that last one I kind of screwed up on because the pauses are so long. You don't know if she's done talking. Anyway, what she was going to say was just some 5 centuries ago.
So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Great.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer.
Oh?
The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
Well, yeah, because you're an elf boy yourself.
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelves Wood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat.
Because, you know, you have such great foresight. No,
5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartanel. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed. Each waking hour, a struggle to survive.
I just want to point out the amazing vocabulary in this game.
Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds.
Such as unconscionable.
To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
Oh. You had to go there?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike.
Yay, Garlean. Boo, Eorzean. I mean the deaths, not the sides.
Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood.
Insert tree hugger slogan there.
Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect
Yes, think
the
of the
fallen
children!
elementals.
That's the first thing out of someone's mouth. Think of the children. I'm gonna title this episode that. Or not.
Fancy meeting you again.
No, it's not. This quest alone shows how repetitious this whole game can be. Ah, Garuda. I think Ramuh's got to be my favorite out of all the summons in Final Fantasy. Only because of how benevolent he is. Otherwise, Ifrit's my favorite because fire. And also he's red. I like red. See, Gridania's smart. They actually managed to get a peace treaty with one of the beast tribes. Of course, that's not really going to help out later. Is that foreshadowing? I don't know. Possibly. But yeah, no, the Ixal are more of a threat. Where did they come from? And where do they go? I gotta stop quoting things. No, quoting is too much fun. Oh yeah, by the way, that's a guy. Okay, any day now. I'm not getting any younger. Oh. And now I've got to make a choice. But it's Halloween. Can't I just have fun? Like, please? No. Alright. Okay. Sorry. Okay, where am I going? Nope. This way. A little faster, please. But you know, I really want to get that chocobo mount so that way I don't have to sprint everywhere. Or, hang on. I have other mounts, don't I? Mount guide. Oh. I only have 2. One of which is going to be flying in the next patch. Yay! And the other one's a behemoth. Oh, hello. Level 25, and I'm doing... What is this, level 20? Yeah, it is. Jeez. I think I'm sufficiently leveled for a little while. I just wanted to be prepared. Seriously, this game locks you out at really weird level increments. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have to grind too much. What? Hold on. For some reason, my web browser opened. And that kind of screws with my recording program, so I don't know how that happened either. I apologize if there was any stuttering in the video. Not the audio, because that gets picked up just fine. Really weird. I have no idea how that happened. But yeah, no, when I'm recording, I just keep this game and my recording program open. That way I don't get too much interference, I guess. Hello, person who everybody adores for some reason. Seriously, I don't even want to Google her. I think it's going to be like... Duh. I don't want to look. Let's answer. And there's a cutscene. I guess. Oh wait, yeah, there is. Forgot about this one. Mostly because everything I did on my first character I just skipped through since I did beta.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep.
What's that supposed to mean? Mr. A little too androgynous.
The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Okay.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity?
Seriously, what did they even do? From the original opening movie for this game, it seemed like they were just fighting the Garlean Empire. I don't know, I didn't play 1.0.
No, dear Alizé, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience.
This one's a little uppity.
There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I need to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say, we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady! We are to escort you!
And she was never heard from again.
Does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
I seriously want to know what he meant. Because I still have no idea. Like, I've played through this game already, and I still have no idea what he meant by that. Anyway, oh look! A choice in the form of one of 3 quests. What am I ever to do? I already made my choice anyway. Join the Maelstrom? Yes. I made a choice, now I have to live with it. Unless I want to change it. Because apparently you can do that. I never have. Anyway, this video's gone on long enough. Seriously, I was only trying to aim for like half an hour. Went a little longer than that. Just a bit. Anyway, next video. Gonna be doing stuff with the Maelstrom and getting a chocobo. Yay! Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.